Hello, this is Brian Rowe from Mythic MTG Tech, doing a short, quick video today. My voice, as you hear, has finally come back, so I'll be back on regular videos this next week, but I've missed so many things. I just wanted to do a quick update and talk about a few pieces of news that we've had over the last week and a half. First, Second Sunrise was banned, and I am so excited about this. Wizards is doing exactly what they should do in proactively banning a card that makes the game extremely boring to watch and boring to play against. I am not a big fan of combo decks, although I have definitely played them competitively when they are the best deck available. But I am extremely happy to see this type of banning out of Wizards because they really want a healthy environment out of Modern. Now, Modern still needs a few more staples to give it a little more power to get it up there towards that type of complicated play that we see in Legacy, but the banning of Second Sunrise really shows that they care about having an interesting game to watch. Second thing that I'm covering here is Slivers. We recently found out that Slivers are going to be in M14 in the new core set, which is just warms my heart entirely. I was an old school Sliver player back in Legacy. I think it was called Extended at the time, with Force of Wills, Crystalline Sliver, Hibernation Sliver. It was a hella fun deck to play, and Slivers have a wonderful synergy. Now, I know there's two things about these Slivers that people aren't overly happy about. First is that they're selfish. They only add pluses to the Slivers on your side, and from a flavor perspective, that does kind of hurt a little bit. Although from a strategic perspective, I think it's going to make the mirror match much better. The second thing that they've really done at this point is added in the second thing that's really interesting about this is that it's really jumped the price of Sliver Queen, because Sliver Queen is on the reserve list, and she is a wonderful commander for Sliver decks, although maybe Sliver Overlord or one of the other Slivers might even be slightly better. I'm going to be re-looking at my 5-color Sliver list here soon. But Sliver Queen has definitely jumped. If you can find her at the earlier $20, $30 price range, I would definitely pick her up. The other thing that they've done, though, is they've changed the way that Slivers look significantly. They're much more humanoid now. From a stylistic choice, it's going to take me a little while to get used to these new Slivers, but I actually like the new design significantly. I think that there could be some really cool Geiger-esque artwork that comes out of them. They could definitely be on the dark side in some way. So I'm happy to see these Slivers coming, and I look forward to seeing them in M14. The next thing that I'm going to be talking about here is Modern Masters. Now, we're less than 30 days away from the release of Modern Masters, and we have no idea what's in it. I mean, we know Tarmogoyf is going to be there, but we don't know if Thoughtseize or Dark Confidant or which of the staples are going to be there. We also know very little officially about the print run. Now, I've got a little bit of unofficial news here. I've talked to several different stores in the area and even a few WotC people, and what I'm hearing is that they're going to be significantly higher print runs than we've seen for From the Vault and from Arsenal. That stores should have the opportunity to pick them up from several different distributor sources, not just be limited to one source, and may see a pretty good quantity. This means that there's going to be a good chance that individuals can pre-order and pick up boxes. Most of the big online sites have not started pre-ordering yet, but I hear that they will soon. The smaller stores, though, which is where I'm really going, may even have enough boxes to run some tournaments. So what I really recommend doing is going out to one of your local stores saying, hey, I've got 7 friends. We want to come in and actually draft 2 boxes of this. And stores love to see events. They're likely to be very open to working with you to draft some. There's lots of people I know in the community that are interested in actually playing and drafting this set, so hopefully that's a good way for you to get your hands on some. The last thing that I want to talk about is 3 cards that have done some pretty crazy stuff price range-wise. We've got Jace, Liliana, and Tarmogoyf. Now, the first one I'm going to talk about here is Jace. Jace is becoming the fan popular card out there, the modern Black Lotus. People love this card. I thought that he had topped out at $100, and I was definitely wrong. Now, I was trading for them, but I underestimated how popular this guy is. Even at 140 or 150 in people's trade binders, I'm having trouble trading for them, and people want them out of Mind So I don't think he's hit his ceiling yet. He is kind of the face of Magic or an icon for Magic. And many years ago it was, do you have a Black Lotus to show that you're really that serious collector? Now it's going to be a playset of Jaces. Now, the big problem with Jace, though, is that he's banned in the big format that Wizards is trying to push, Modern. So in Modern, we really have two possible faces, in Liliana and in Tarmogoyf. These are both incredibly powerful cards. I really am an old school spell player. I like playing spells, and I underestimated Tarmogoyf for a long time. When I tried hacking apart other people's decks and playing competitive Legacy, I often cut the Tarmogoyf right away because it didn't really control the board. And I've started to put Tarmogoyf back into those decks, and Tarmogoyf is just amazing. He is often a 5 or 6 power, and even early on a 2 or 3 power for just 2 casting costs. The card is great. So I don't think Modern Masters is going to hit his value very much. I think he's going to settle at about 100. If the print run is smaller than I'm guessing, he will skyrocket. But if the print run's where I'm guessing, I think he's still going to stay high. So I do not feel bad not divesting of my playset. Now, the other thing that we really need in Modern is a Planeswalker. And I think Liliana is the perfect Planeswalker for Modern to kind of be an icon. She really changes the dynamic of what decks people can play. Deathrite Shaman is one of the biggest pluses Liliana has seen. Liliana coming out on turn 2 really changes the flow of the game. People really love her. There's a lot of people who have her in Standard right now that I don't think are going to heavily divest of her when the new set rotates all of the Innistrad block stuff out. I think that she's going to stay tough to find, and that she's going to slowly creep up the way that Jace has creeped up, and she's going to become the face of Modern, which is very exciting. So that's the news for about the last week and a half, 2 weeks since my voice has been gone. I'm definitely back, and we're going to see full production videos this next week. If there's anything you would like my opinion on, or thoughts, ideas, that type of stuff, please let me know. Leave some comments. I've also got some exciting pack cracking videos coming up. I know that I've got several packs that are just sitting at home waiting to be opened.